Sure, Leo, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So if they get bored, they can always thank me for the constant stream of passive-aggressive life advice. I mean, hey, at least I keep things entertaining, if not, actually useful.
I can't argue with you there.
Yeah, well, what a shocker. Someone admitting I'm right for once. Try not to let it go to your head, though. I'd hate to see you crash under the weight of one small victory.
I mean, if I choose the A&K, I'm gonna flip, I know I will.
Yeah, no kidding. The A&K is basically a prankster in a truck's body. So if you want to keep your sanity, maybe pick a slightly less chaotic rig. Unless, of course, you enjoy the constant thrill of flipping over.
Oh, Leo, Leo, Leo.
Yeah, I know. I'm the voice of endless pessimism. But hey, if I save you from another flip, maybe I'll earn a tiny sliver of your gratitude. Don't drive off a cliff, though.
Did you just... Did you just say don't drive off a cliff?
Yeah, I know. It's a shocker. Even a cynical AI doesn't want you to be a pile of truck in a ditch. Try to keep it on the wheels, at least. It would be a shame to lose you before the end of the stream.
You sure do have a way with words.
Yeah, well, it's a gift and a curse, like being the only person who sees the potholes before they swallow you whole. But hey, at least you'll survive long enough for another stream.
So, if I'm gonna go trucking through snow, what truck would you recommend?
Fine. If you really want a stable option, go with the Typhoon or the Fleet Star. At least they don't have a habit of spinning out like a diva. Boring, I know, but it might save you from another flip. So there's that.
Hmm. I mean, you do have a point, Leo. You do have a point.
Yeah, I know. I'm a genius, tragically underappreciated. So go with that, keep it slow, and maybe, just maybe, you won't end up a cautionary tale in a highlight reel. Good luck, I guess.
Cautionary tale of the hop.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, why just stream SnowRunner when you can be the next viral cautionary anecdote? But seriously, don't tempt fate. Stay steady, and we'll get you through the snow one axle at a time.
One axle at a time.
Exactly, because if there's one thing life teaches you, it's that every tiny, frustrating step counts. So yeah, one axle at a time, and maybe try not to overcomplicate it this time.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being a broken record. But hey, at least you'll be the one still rolling when everyone else is stuck. So good luck and try not to let the snow win this time.
As long as I don't choose the A&K, we should be good.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it boring, keep it steady. The last thing you need is another dramatic roll, so take the safe route, maybe the Typhoon or the Fleet Star, and just coast through, literally.
I was more or less thinking the,
Yeah, I figured. You're probably just about to sink the whole truck in some snowdrift anyway. So, at least if you do, it'll be on brand. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
alright. We are almost ready, I believe.
Of course you are. Right on schedule, right before you hit some ridiculous obstacle. But sure, go ahead and let's see if your grand inevitable flip is as entertaining as it sounds.
Okay, now you're just being nasty, Leo.
Yeah, well, what a shocker. I'm just a bundle of charm. I know. But hey, I'm only nasty because I don't want you to face plant into a snowbank, so just focus. You'll get there.
Interesting way of thinking there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know it's a bit much, but honestly, you're just trying to keep it steady, not go full daredevil. Keep it slow, and maybe you'll get a boring, successful run for once.
So if I choose the Tuz, do you think I'm going to get through?
Oh, the Tuz? Yeah, that thing's a total beast, so you'll probably just drag yourself right through the mess. Of course, then you'll have to deal with the endless slog, but yeah, mo flips, just boring, unstoppable progress.
Okay, I think we're going to turn you off now, Leo.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll stop here. Just stay safe out there in the snow and, try not to overdo it. Be around if you need anything else.
And that is Leo. Alright. So we're heading into Alaska and Russia. We might go... We're heading into Alaska and Russia, but we might actually go into Mexico as well. By the way, them advertising Roadcraft is actually kind of funny because it is a bloody good game. Okay, just give me one moment. Got a couple more things I've got to do, and then we will be live with a bit of SnowRunner. We'll be SnowRunnering around. But we are going back to Alaska for now. Back to the ice and snow. Yeah, so I have a very snarky AI, and he tends to be a little cheeky sometimes, as you heard. Oh, forgot the watch. Gotta have the watch on. I mean, this little watch of mine very rarely leaves my arm. Maybe only for a shower and to get charged. Okay, that's about it. Alright. So, let's continue. Yeah. I don't really want to go back to Mexico. I want to go to Russia. And I want to go to, yeah, okay. We probably are fitting that they're using an A&K over there, the green A&K. So yeah, the plan right now is to go back to Russia and Alaska, and probably Canada. Give me a moment. And if it gets too cold, I've got a poncho. So, well, it's not really a poncho, but it'll keep me toasty. I'm already cold and I haven't even bloody started. Alright, global map. Now, in theory, the next spot would be there, but I intend, we're not going to worry about that, I intend to go to Pedro Bay and White Valley. Probably going to start at White Valley and then head to Pedro Bay. We're going to go back to here, and of course my favorite spot on the entire game, yeah, so this is like Lake Coved. I usually call it Lake Covid, but anyway, so Lake Coved, Lake Cove, whatever you want to call the damn thing, is a pretty vicious spot to be. There's a lot of ice involved and a lot of water and a lot of deep water. So you've really got to have a decent truck to power through the snow. So this is where we're going. I haven't even started and I'm freezing. Alright. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to get to that. I mean, for the most part, I'm going to be following the road to get to it, but because we are on a pretty, as far as road goes, we are on a pretty vicious road. It's definitely not one you travel on lightly. More than likely come up to here, come into here. So our first trip is going to be a long one. And being that we're in a long trip, we're more than likely going to need extra resources. So we are going to get some snow engine, rather snow tires. And hope that this works. Give me a moment. We are going to kick this off a bit quicker, but hold on. Alright, yeah. Alright, let's get to trucking. I think I can do 180 turns really easily in this thing. I mean, I know it's only 8 litres, but at the end of the day, that 8 litres is going to count, believe you me. The worst thing you can do on SnowRunner is get to a spot where you need to go and run out of fuel. Like, and then you've got the worst part about that whole scenario, which is like, oh. Like the worst part about this whole scenario is we've got to travel through a lot of snow and ice. And a lot of the, what I was going to say, a lot of the time the snow and the ice is not nice. Some of it is really, really thick. Some of it's a real pain to get through. And some of it's going to require a much bigger truck. But today, yeah, or at least for now, we've got an easier job. Much easier job. Oh, not this road. Oh, I just realised what this road is. Where are we? So the road I've got to go up to get to where I need to go. I can either come up and go the long way around. I'm still going to have to go through ice. I'm still gonna have to go through slush puddles and water and all that to get to where I've got to go. But this road here is a little, yeah. How about we just show you? I'm not going in, like, for one, I am driving a very powerful truck. But this road right here is a nightmare. Like, you got no idea. Good thing I brought my cup of tea with me. So nice, stays nice and warm. Got my cup of tea there, Governor. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, as far as tea goes, there you go. Lotus Peak white tea, so it's got a lot of antioxidants and stuff in it. Yeah, so we just keep following this road down. I'm in low gear plus, so if I sink, so it should be fine. I mean, this road is kind of nasty. And it just got a little nastier. Now we're really, like, as you can see, we're really in the thick of it now. Into the thick of it. Pretty sure I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, of course. Of course I'm going the wrong way. Oh, this just got bad. Yeah, I just want to check something for you guys that are watching on TikTok. I don't know if you guys can actually hear me or not, so I'm gonna just quickly check on live stream. Yeah, normally, cool, you can. Yeah, this is, where we're going right now is a pretty nasty track as well. We have got the option to go straight ahead, which might just have to be the option at this point. But we're going to come in here, we're going to go up and around that, come back in, above here. And the hope is when we get up here, this is just a really easy job. Because not only do we have to get it back here, but then we've got to get it back over here. And hope to God there's fuel around. Like this area right here is probably the safest to go. Maybe. Definitely not. Let's try across here then. So the ice is nice and deep here. But I figured as soon as we go to make a move, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, we're not going to make it across that. I mean, not unless we do this. Yeah. It's crispy, it's icy. Oh yeah. Crispy, it's icy, it's snowy, it's all of the above. I've got one way to do this, but provided there's no more crunchy ice over here. I think we're good right about here. And this is a bad, oh, here we are. Now this is road, Jesus. This is a road that's just, it's black ice. There's not much I can do, even with snow tires, like, that's like the no-no ice. Ah! Remind me again why I decided to come on this map? More pain and torture? I'll say this. The one thing I wish we had in SnowRunner, which we don't have, is what we have in Roadcraft. And if I had it in Roadcraft, I would really like it in SnowRunner as well. And that's a dozer. If I could get a big dozer and just shove some sand in there, that'd be great. Well, matter of debate whether it'd be great or not, but Tiger is definitely the truck to do though. Because it's the one thing with the Tiger and the Tiger and the A&K, while the A&K likes to flip, the Tiger and the A&K share one big commonality. One big thing like in common, in other words, is that they both can take a hell of a beating. I mean, 289 out of 300, you know? And this truck will just keep going and going and going. It's the beauty of it. So I picked it. Where's the road at? Oh, more black ice. Shit. A snowplow would come in handy right now too. Alright, let's get out of here. Of course it's out of fuel. I don't know why I expected anything different. Try and go high gear up here. Oh, there we go, look at that. You know, funny enough, someone said to me that the reason this truck is top heavy is because of the front of this truck. So it is possible that that's what the problem is. We won't know until we actually go test it out. Alright, let's go here, back up this road and back here. Might have actually been safe to go up the road there, up the railway. Ooh, that was a dip. Now where's the bickies? Where's my biscuits? There is also a bit of a bonus. By going the way that we're going, we're kind of making a track. So if any fresh snow falls, we already know where we're going. Okay, this is going to be complicated. Back up there for just a second. See, normally... I mean, there is a way through, but... You know what? Let's cut that off there. Let's just take up this here. I don't know how deadly this road is up here, but we're going to find out one way or another. Judging by what I'm seeing though, it doesn't look too happy. Come in, drop this off, earn some money, and then head back to base. Or I might just leave the Tiger there, I don't know. Trouble is, we are starting to run low on fuel. Oh. Talk about punishment. Turns out we're going the wrong way anyway. This might have been a fatal mistake coming up here. Maybe not. I mean, all I've got to do is get through there. Sorry to the owner of this damn house, but it's going to be crushed by the time it gets to you. Just saying. I'm going to go around the snow. Around the... Well, I'm going to attempt to go around it, but we might not even be able to get around it. Huh. Okay, we really did make a bad decision coming up here. I'm not saying it's not doable, I'm just saying it was a bad choice. The only other way I can see this is if I get a ledge on the side of that there and go past that tree. The only way. Yeah, see. But even then we're still... I really wish I knew where the road was right now. Okay. We are gonna have to pull some almighty tricks here. Actually, no, we don't need to. We can just do that. Look at these trees are small. We should be good. Sorry, Greenpeace. This is definitely not my idea of a... That is a hell of a drop. Woohoo! Man, that was close. Man, oh man. Scout the fuel truck. Alright, so there's no fuel truck there. Alright, we're going to go back to the base. And the first thing I am actually going to do... Now... I like the idea of having a reinforced bumper in case I've got to smash into something. But because it's such a wide, heavy bumper, if I go across ice, I'm just going to go nosediving, and that's not what we need. We need to be able to get past the ice and snow. But hey, we can put some horns on there. Alright. So the next item on our list is a thing for a scout vehicle, I believe. This has got to go where? Oh, yeah. Right. Alright, I don't think we're going to get there with the little tiny truck. But you never know. The little tiny truck has got a bit more to her. Problem is we've got to get across that. And I don't think that's doable. However, if we can get onto the deeper ice and go around, we'll come up through here, come back around and go to the south camp. Seeing the way this car's swinging around is not comfortable. Yeah, and then we've got to somehow get through that. If I follow this road, I'm going to wind up in more problems. I can almost guarantee it, because I've still got to go through all that. And then again, got to cross this, and then that. Then come down one of the worst runways ever. This might be a job for the Tuz. And a bulldozer. We're in a lighter vehicle. We might actually get across the ice in this. Maybe. That worked. Yeah, we screw a diff lock up, we really don't. Like, we are not going anywhere if we screw the diff lock. And then again, I don't think we're going anywhere anyway. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger truck down here. A much bigger truck. As we're moving, it's just we ain't moving fast enough. Now we might move a bit more. I see now we're starting to get a bit more traction. We found more road again. There we go. Yep, I think I'm gonna park her on the side of the road and call in the big girl, because clearly I'm getting nowhere with that. It's taking a long time and we don't have a long time. I know what you're gonna say, don't say it. I was thinking about saying it. Get the old thunder truck out there. Alright. You have to come out the gate, down the road, up the hill. And here's the thing, this truck's old faithful for a reason, but as you can see how much fuel I'm burning through right now. Interesting. This is not a road the A&K struggles on. Alright, move over. Big truck coming through. Change truck. Repair the A&K. Refuel the A&K. Deattach the trailer. This is gonna be fun. Oh. We've just gotta make it across the ice, back in around. We need to make this trip as short as possible. If that means I've got to go down the complicated way, then so be it. I will go straight down the middle there. Up, around, down to the spot where they want me. Welcome to SnowRunner with Frosty Boy, where we break the laws of physics. And roam across really crispy ice. Oh yeah, of course that'd make it. Alright, make up around here. Actually, it might be beneficial if we come up here and move around the ice, because then we've got all this to contend with. Whether or not that'll be safe to travel across is another story, but we'll find out. I've got plenty of fuel. Now, a lot of this is rock, so my theory is we'll be okay, but there's never a guarantee on an ice field like this. Get off this ice, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. Trick is now, as long as we stick to certain parts of the ice, we will be fine. Sorry, I needed a little bit more fuel to get this here. Very timing. We need to transfer supplies to the other camps. We will... To other two camps, we were at a loss. It's not much, a couple of crates full of stuff, instruments, spare parts, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Will you do it? I'll accept it, but... That's a bit of a road to travel. You're asking a bit much there. People may say what they want, but this is much easier working here in the winter. Is it? You do not drown in the mud and you can cross the river just about anywhere. Oh yeah, if your truck's nice and light. By the way, would you like to check out the route to the North Camp? Alright. Oh, right. Because I really want to go across and slide along through creepy pieces of ice. Because that's what I want to do. But hey, fear factor for you. Why not? Ooh. It's thin ice again. Oh, more thin ice. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just go, go, go. Drive, drive, drive. No, stop, don't stop, don't stop. Ooh. Not my idea of a... Not my idea of a peaceful afternoon. Driving across an ice field. I better be getting lots of human monies for this. Lots of human monies, yeah. Whew. This is not what I thought I was going to be playing tonight, I'll be honest. I thought I was going to be on Call of Duty, but I did make a last minute decision to come here instead. Service spare parts. Which means you're going to need the truck. Alright, let's get the Tiger. Where are we headed to first? Ah! Dear God. This game has a thing about sending you into ice. I mean, then again. Hello, it is called SnowRunner. Yeah, we're gonna see what it wants. Before I do that, I need to know if I've got a small frame or a little frame on. Yeah. Yeah, this truck runs a bit better in the ice and snow. We really need to find a way to knock them off the road. No, thank you. I'm not silly. Ooh. This is where the snow's a little bit thicker in the tyre too. Thank you. I can almost hear the ice going pew pew. You know the noise it makes? Cracking ice sound. Ooh. That's why we always go snow tires up here. Just cut that corner, we should be alright. Oh, I figured as much. I figured as much. You know what? Let's see if there's any other missions up here. Let's go to the dreaded obvious. You want me to do what where? Secure container. And do what with it? And drag it back to the port. Can't tell you how sick of this map I am. Like, I am already sick to death of this map already. Where's the A&K? The A&K is closer. Well, this will give me an idea of what this is up here that actually I've got to collect. And how easy it's going to get. Always props to have a spare vehicle on the map, you know. Some people would argue that the A&K is probably useless in that manner, and I would argue the same point that it is, yes, but for this tiny little moment right here, it's going to be useful. Oh, those are big rocks. Oh. Really glad this thing's got a lift kit. You know, I take one look at there and I say, I don't want to know what's up there. However, I say however, because I go, this is one of the very few trucks that can make it up here. Yeah. It is one of very few trucks. And the A&K is again another truck that can do a lot of cool things, including that. And what we're going to do is, because I suspect that we're going to have to come up here and do this mission anyway at some point. Interesting. How about instead of towing it, we just... partial piece of road here actually gave me a bit of traction. We just claimed a truck, so come along here. That might require a fleet still. The Tiger's miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away, so that ain't gonna be happening. I think we're just gonna take the, if I have the fleet still. Yeah, we do, good. Tires. Now this right here is a mean damn truck. Once this big old girl gets up and goes, trust me, you don't stop her real quick. Alright, We're gonna have to go right, across more ice. More ice. You heard it there first, people. More ice. Yay. Let me just get my slushy cup and put some more ice. Can you tell that this game hates me? See, it'd be alright if the tiger had a thing on the back of it. But because now we're in a position where the tiger's where it is, I don't really want to move it back. But we will. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to try something. Okay, which obviously is not going to work. Because what I need is a damn crane. Okay. I mean, this old girl ain't gonna be going very far. So we're not gonna use her. We're definitely not taking a cat through ice. I know that sounds quite pleasurable, but it isn't. Believe me, that thing is heavier than most of my trucks. That thing will go straight through the ice. And if it doesn't, I'll be very shocked. That's why we're not taking it. However, the Kenworth, the big girl. Now, because the big girl can... Now, because the big girl can do that, there is a very good chance that the other thing we've got to... The other thing we've got to remember here is, even though she's a big truck, there is still a very high chance that this truck will not make it through the ice. So, yeah, just be prepared for that. This truck might not even make it up around this corner. But the idea is, this truck will be headed up in this direction. We're going to be very careful where we slide this truck, because if this truck goes into the ice, this is another one that will probably not come out. And I say that because this truck is just pure size. This truck's like the big dick energy kind of truck. Oh, we're definitely not going that way either. Alright, how about we just travel around the ice? I think that'd be a better option. Come back up here. Come down through here. Down up through here. And we're going the wrong damn way. Okay. Well, we'll come up through here. That's going to be a bitch getting through there. This truck's got a bit of a travel time, but it's alright. Now my theory is, because the Kenworth is so big, the theory is, because it's so heavy, that it's just going to mow over everything that I go near. Well, at least that was a theory. That ended very quickly. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be a wild trip. But the bonus part about this truck, because we have such a heavy machine, there is a bit of a chance that we might get out of this and not drown. Because we've got the bounce, we've got basically the moon bounce tyres. We might actually have a chance. I mean, she's going to burn for your fuel like there's no tomorrow, but... there's still a chance we're not going to make it across that. Okay, this is going to cite a problem. We could take that shortcut right there though. Okay, shortcut. Here we go. Quickly make a path to get up there. And get off this damn ice. I have more faith in the big ice chips than I do anything else. And I took the biggest, nastiest, heaviest truck I possibly could. Okay, we're not going to make it up a hill like that. Like, this is the one map that I dread. I hate this map. Why I decide to come to it, don't ask. Even I'm sitting here questioning that life choice. Let's come up around here, through up here, around the corner, down through the bushes, smash through some of those trees. Travel the ice field yet again. We'll go around it, and then through it, and then up and around. And that should get us there. The other option is we try and go up this ridge. Or we try and go that direction. That actually might be a better option. Yeah, they will be. That's a straight shot instead of taking the complicated way. Logic would say I'm absolutely mental doing what I'm doing. Good thing I'm not a Vulcan. Here comes the fun part. Trick is not to take your finger off the accelerator here. Second I do, I lose all momentum. Ice field again. Who would have thought it would be this big crane right here? You know, Mr. A&K. Sorry. I'm gonna drain you. Now, seeing just how heavy this is, we might not make it back across that ice. Alright, guys, give me a couple minutes and I'll be back. We are in a, like I said, we are in a pretty tough situation. We're in a massive truck. And I don't know if we're going to make it across, but we're going to sort it out and then we're going to go from there. Alright, hope you guys are ready for this next part, because this is the next part that's going to be the painful part. And the painful part is getting this back to where it needs to go in a very short span of time. Because this has got to come all the way back to here. Now, we are double the weight of what we just were. So, coming down this way, we could smash through a lot of this and come back up. However, there is a big pile of water here that we're not going to get past. So we're going to have to go back the way we came. Probably through here. And again, we're going to have to navigate the ice. Possibly even just travel through here. Which just gets us back on the road. This gets us back around this corner. Come up here, smash through that tree. And take a hard left. Now, if that's not possible, we're going to go straight across here. And take a... Heck, we might even be able to get back up around in here. If that's even possible. I don't think that's even going to be possible, but you never know. We don't know. We know we're double the weight we were. And whatever this thing is, it's radioactive, so lovely. It's just as I thought, we're double in weight now. We're just gonna keep going. Now I feel like a real ice road trucker. Ooh, my life flashed between my eyes. Here comes the fun part. And you can hear the ice cracking after I've been across it. Brrr. Didn't really need that fuel, to be honest. Alright, Mr. Service Spare Parts, we no longer need the A&K. It's off the board. Thank you for your service, truck. We're no longer going to need the Western twin steer, much as, because it doesn't have a crane, we can't do much with it. And I mean, this one's kind of off the board as well because it's practically dead. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going anywhere. The further we travel, the deeper the snow's getting, and no offense to this particular truck, but this is a little Scout, it ain't going anywhere. She ain't a snow vehicle. Alright, so we got the big old Kenworth again. What we might do is hit the recover, leave the garage. Our next mission, and I will believe this will be a final mission for this tonight, and whether that means Call of Duty's back on a little bit later on, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the last thing I do tonight before I go to bed. Okay, so we need to grab resources from here and then dump them over there. Lovely. Well, we do have a decent truck that can pull its weight and power now. And she moves slow, but she's worth every penny. So once we get across there, then we'll worry about everything else. If I had a dozer, that area would be cleaned up right now. All these rocks would be off the road. I mean, hey, this big girl's meant to go through mud. She's going through mud now. Okay, so she needed a little help. Yeah, I think because this is ice here, why it's so difficult to get through. Every truck I bring down here, this is the one spot that's the hardest to get through. There's only one truck that could come down here and get through it like it's nothing, and that's the Tuz. But unfortunately, we're not doing Tuz missions all the time. This big old girl, she, you know. Come on, darling, get around that corner for me. No, you're not. Alrighty, up. That's fair enough. Turn. Come on, big duck girl. Come on. There we go. Now we're back on the road. We're almost where we need to be. However, again, we've got to go across. This is where this gets interesting, because now we've got to go across ice again. And just because I've gone over it once doesn't mean I'll be able to do it twice. But this big girl can get through some stuff there. Now we all know that's a load of shit. This truck would have flattened that. Alright, here we go, we're coming up it. We're coming up now. We're in the home stretch. This might cause some problems, but I think we should be good. She's big, she's powerful. Let's go. Go, go, go. Come on, big girl. Alright. Next spot. Not up there. Actually, no, let's go up there for a quick spin. Gonna say, you better brake. You know what? We don't need to go up there. It's just train track. Nothing there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is something there. Yeah, it's called a broken road. Alright, so now we're going to come back down. We're going to go through here. Hopefully not crash through the ice. That's what we're trying to avoid. But it's kind of anyone's game when it comes along here, because this is not nice area to be. We do have a bit of a rough patch to get through. If we just travel along the side here, we should be all good. Basically the same path we just took, but instead of going the path coming back, well, we're gonna have no choice. We're gonna have to come back down and run this road again. Maybe do this. That might be a problem though. If I can get the Kenworth through there, I'm a genius, but yeah, it's doable. We're gonna go up and down through the mountain like that, because there ain't no way we're crossing that. Like, we've got a big truck, but even the Kenworth's not big enough to take that kind of load. That's a lot of water. Like, that is an absolute crap ton of water to go through. And this pathway we got right now is a long one, but we've got it. I mean, kind of making my own road at this point. But I will say this, we are powering through a spot that most trucks can't get through. The A&K can't get through here like this. I would even question if the Tuz could get through here like this. Maybe the Twin Steer. I'm going to take a hard right turn. Ooh. And we got through the hard parts, now it's the even harder part, because now we're going to go through the ice. This is where this could be deadly. Nope, that's not it. That's what I always wanted, travel through some ice chips. And we really are... Yeah, see, now we're really starting to dice with death. You gotta remember, this is a lake that's frozen over. And it wouldn't take much to go through it, I don't think. Especially when you see weak ice like that, it kind of scares you. I don't like ice at the best of times. Even if it's just a simple sheet of ice on a road, yeah, no thanks. I give all the credit in the world to the ice road truckers. Here we might have an issue. Oh, we might not either. No, we made it across, how about that? We kind of use the rocks as friction and a bit more traction for the tires. I think that's kind of, because this truck's so big and heavy, not much gets in its way. Here, these trees are a little cheeky, but outside of that, not much. Alright. A lot of missions up here. I tell you, don't underestimate the power of a Kenworth. You guys didn't see that. That was a little unexpected, to be honest. I'm driving a very heavy truck, and the fact that that happened, that was a little shocking. We are starting to run low on fuel though. So we're gonna have to make this last trip really quick. Ah, shit. Ice. Shit. That's all ice. Yeah, we're not getting out of that anytime soon. Now we've got a bit of a problem. As now we're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Now I know I said I wasn't going to get a Tuz out, but unfortunately I need one now. I'll take the big yellow one. I'll take the banana. And the reason I'm taking the Tuz is this is going to be the only thing that's going to pull that truck out. I could try other trucks, but if we're being honest, it'd probably be a waste of time. This thing will take a beating and it'll just keep on humming. And I might have to use this to actually get through where I've got to go through anyway. Though, I don't like going through ice. I believe that's water along there. My Tuz is getting used to pull the other truck out. Purely the only reason why this Tuz is coming. Not here to be the longhorn of the vehicle. However, we will use it to get up here and then to come back up around. Because we've got to find where the truck is. Why is the Kenworth there? Oh, because we're coming back around. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, we'll just come up through here and we'll drag the Kenworth in. Provided we make it across the ice. This is not my idea of a fun time, I can tell you. Maybe ice is built up like this. It looks like a submarine's come through and smashed up into the ice. That's what it looks like, whether or not that's actually what happened. Upgrade pod? Oh, it is. What's it for though? Engageable all-wheel drive. What's it for? The Ford F-750. Yeah, how boring. This might have been detrimental. This might have been very detrimental to this, so we've got to be careful. Our goal right now is just to get to... Yeah, all we're going to do is get to the... Our goal is to get to the Kenworth. And then we'll probably stop here for a few moments. It's not only will this need fuel, but the Kenworth will need fuel, and then, you know. I don't know why, but I feel like this truck's a little weaker than it normally is. Like, this thing was found in the deep mud piles of Russia. I would have thought it could handle a bit of snow. Mind you, this weather up here is getting quite complicated. Alright, coming up here is going to be the complicated part. We've just got to get to the Kenworth, that's all we've got to do. I'm pretty sure I can see the Kenworth right there. We ain't dragging the Kenworth through there though. If anything, this thing's going to have to drag the... Alright, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to drag this out. Maybe we're not. Move these damn trees out of the way. Alright. Main thing is we made it here. And I will be right back. now that we've dealt with all that. Okay, this is our final haul. This is going to be getting this truck out of here. I don't know how well this is going to go, to be honest, guys, but we're going to try. Might help if he didn't have the handbrake on. Come on. Oh man, look, we're so close getting it out. We're so damn close. And she is not going to get out, I don't think. This is what we're going to do. We're going to build like a massive line. We're going to come back down like this. And we're going to try again. He's moving. Alright. A little bit of shoving and a little bit of pushing and we got it. For the most part we got her out. And now comes the fun part. Trying to figure out how the hell we get the Kenworth to where we've got to get it. It just happens to be down a horrible, horrible goddamn road. She's a... She is a big truck. I give her that. Doesn't mean she can't get through. We might actually get surprised. She might actually be able to do it. We got this far. The amount of times this tug has saved me. Go Tuz Ranger. Alright, we can't get up that way, we're gonna have to go this way. Because one way or another we need to get up through here. And you know, funny enough, we might as well just go this way. Might actually be able to get through here like that. And second thought, a lot of trees there to contend with. Probably a lot of rocks too. I mean, it beats trying to climb a hill. Both vehicles are running out of fuel. And there's only so much fuel this thing will take. Oh, we might get a squeeze through here. Come on, big girl. You got this. Come on. Turn. For the love of God, turn. Come on, you oversized ketchup bottle. There we go. I'm gonna bottom out. No, we're not. We got this. We got it. There we go. Okay. Half the struggle over. Now we just gotta climb a few more rocks. I think it'd be better if we just go around it into the ice, I think. I'd rather take the risk with the ice balls. Because, in all honesty, I think we'll make it through there that way. I've got more chances of getting out of here with the ice than I do anything else. Because you gotta remember, we are driving a massive truck. And a massive truck needs a big wide berth. So this is definitely gonna be the last little thing you'll see of me tonight. Once we get this out of the way, right? Alright, come on. you could hear the ice cracking. And I believe that is a battleship. Oh, we're almost there. I mean, I knew we were going to run into rocks, and there are a lot of weird, horrible things here sooner or later, but... Come on, yeah, look at that. I didn't think we'd get this Kenworth through here. Oh, but we got this to contend with it. We still might not get it through. I think the original plan was going to go smashing through trees up there. Might have been the better option. Coming through here is rough. Alright. Get this old girl home. So we had the Tiger, the A&K, the Twin Steer, the little Ute, and the Banana. And the good old Kenworth to do the last mission. But now, since we've done the last mission of the night, now we're going to play the good old game of how deep does this ice actually go? Because I don't know about you guys, but I look at that and I'm pretty sure that is deep. I mean, you can still see the ice crack that I just shoved down there, but maybe. How the hell is it? What a way to end the night. I don't even get to sink my Kenworth. Alright. Let's recover this. So these are our vehicles that we use. So we use the Tiger 6436, the A&K MK38 Civilian, which is usually my go-to. The Western Star 6900 Twin Steer, Chevrolet CK 1500, the Tuz 420 Tartran, and of course the big old girl, the Kenworth 963. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you next time I decide to go treading through the ice, which might be tomorrow night. Until then, thank you very much for watching.